This is Bottles.
I'm Maury.
And welcome to a new show that we're trying out.
Here we go again.
Yeah, here we go again. Welcome to a new show we're trying out called Is This Game Good? It's kind of hard to say because like the title is dependent on the game that we're playing. So this is Doki Doki Literature Club Plus good? As you probably can't tell just by looking at the title screen right now, this is the plus version. By the end of this video, we're going to answer the question, is Doki Doki Literature Club Plus good? So let's
We have to go through each route.
No.
We'd have to.
We're keeping the same name. We gotta stay with Bisky.
Yeah, we gotta go with Bisky.
Bisky. Our old friend
we're going with
Bisky.
Monica, even though she's kind of a worse girl.
Oh, you did not just say that.
Oh!
That's your new Sayori voice?
Yes! It's my new voice, you have a problem!
Okay. And we're back. It's days later. Yeah, let's do these side stories. I guess we'll start with Trust with Monica and Sayori.
And as a refresher, Bisky does not exist.
Yeah, apparently Bisky does not exist in this universe. That Bubula, out of here.
It's like my favorite thing to call people now.
Bubula?
We had this strange thin-headed Bubula come into the store, and he's been wrecking the shop.
That's a new angle of the school.
That's like a thing. What was it? It's like the gym.
Okay, everyone. The literature club is starting. Let's all have a seat and take attendance, okay? Ugh. I miss debate club. Who knew it'd be so difficult to start a new club? I feel worse with every day that passes without anyone coming in. I'm really starting to lose confidence.
Monica losing confidence? Great.
Monica is the only member of the literature club. In the days that have... Mimi, please. In the days that have passed, all of our efforts to recruit new members have been fruitless. Am I going about this wrong? Monica glances at one of her flyers. The headline is, "Do you like literature?" Maybe nobody is into literature enough to pick it over their club interests. I can't just rely on people liking literature. I need to sell them on a vision. A vision? But what kind of vision?
Does she look different to you?
Monica rests her head on her desk, deep in thought. I'll tell you when she pops back up. But before she realizes it, the recent nights of staying up too late start to catch up to her.
Hello, Mimi.
Oh, hi, Mimi. What's the haps? It's so quiet, and the noise of the air conditioner is soothing. Something tells me that's Sayori.
What did I get? Oh. Hello?
It is. Suddenly, a voice causes Monica to snap awake. Oh my gosh! I'm so sorry! I never do this.
Is this the napkin club?
No, this is... Monica pauses, suddenly embarrassed to admit that this is, in fact, the literature club. This is the literature club.
Oh, I thought I got it right for a second.
I'm super sorry. It was like so unprofessional of me to do that.
Don't apologize. I do that all the time.
Oh.
Did I miss the club meeting? Where is everybody?
Well, about that, this is everybody.
Really? Just you?
But we're getting more members. I'm working really hard on it.
Hold on a sec. If it's just you, and I'm here, then that means I get to be vice president!
Wait, vice president? What are your qualifications?
I'm the second one here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm better at napping than you. Maybe I should be president.
Now you're just making fun of me.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
What was your name?
Sayori?
Okay, Sayori. I've been trying really, really hard on this club. I know you caught me at a weird time, but It's really disheartening to not be taken seriously, you know?
So wait, Sayori was the first one?
I guess so.
Huh.
I care so much about this. I just want to find other people who do too.
Oh no. I'm so sorry. I'll do tell her, I promise. I've had a hard time being serious, that's all. I didn't mean for it to hurt you. And I was talking about the vice president thing too. I would make a terrible vice president.
I mean, I'm sure that... Monika tries to say something reassuring, but it's difficult when she still doesn't know much about Sayori. I'm sorry that this isn't, like, a real club yet. Would you still be interested in joining after I found a few more members at least?
Well, no. I want to join now!
Really?
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Besides, I can tell how hard you've been working. You're doing something amazing that you should be proud of, you know? So let me help you turn something stressful into something fun. If all nothing else, I'm good at that too.
Honestly, how could I possibly say no to that? That's really sweet of you, Sayori. Oh, I'm Monika, by the way.
If only it was this easy to make a friend.
Monika! That's such a cool name!
Oh, now you're just trying to cheer me up.
But you're smiling.
Well, I didn't say it didn't work. Monika glances at the flyer on her desk and realizes that her name is already written on it.
So, what do we do first?
Well, it's getting pretty late, isn't it? We can go home and try to come up with some new ideas to recruit club members.
I can do that. I know this really cool... I can do that.
I have this childhood... I don't know anybody.
I have no friends.
I don't know, that's the voice he chose for Sayori the second
Yes.
time around. Cool! And I think I need to put some more thought into my vision for the club. You know, like a mission.
My mission is to make everyone happy.
Yeah, something like that. I need to think about it.
You just have to have a stupid voice like I do.
Just get naked.
Just get naked. Do you like hugs?
It's just that easy. I guess so? Sayori suddenly pulls Monika into a friendly hug, then let's go.
Squeak.
Some people can just really use a hug sometimes. Besides,
Sayori whispers loudly.
hug energy is what keeps me happy.
That was just creepy.
Soft and wet.
Hug energy? Monika laughs. Although Sayori is very different from her, Monika feels her spirits lifted. Maybe it's just because she finally found another club member, and then Monika kills her. But, well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow then.
Oh, is this gonna be explaining why Monika fucks with Sayori so much?
I'm wondering if this explains how Monika's able to, like, change the game.
I think that's just a given. I just want to see. I'm wondering if like this is supposed to be the backstory as to why she purposefully makes Sayori's depression go all the way
Well,
up.
the explanation was that so, the main character wouldn't like her anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I keep forgetting that the biscuit doesn't exist.
Yeah. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think I'm gonna. I can't talk today. I'm gonna think really hard tonight about how to get more people.
Yeah, me too. You want a lozenge or something? Your throat sounds very
I'm gonna
strained.
cigarette bud.
Okay, here you go. And then you just smoke and just...
Oh, that's better.
You think love can bloom on the battlefield, even in the school?
Do you think that love can bloom, even in the literature club?
A day passes and the time comes for the literature club, Monika and Sayori, to reconvene. As president, Monika ensures that she's the first to arrive to the club room, but she finds herself waiting longer than expected for Sayori. It's been 10 minutes already. Maybe Sayori changed her mind about joining?
Aw.
No, that can't be. She was so excited yesterday. But I'm getting kind of worried. Suddenly, Sayori comes bounding through the door. In her hand, she's holding a sheet of paper.
So I'm late. I'm here.
It's okay. Welcome back.
And
Sayori spins over to Monika and deposits the sheet onto Monika's desk. Oh, what's this?
Wait, your name? Wait, what?
Oh, take my
Take
hand.
my hand.
Oh wait, I have to do this the way we used to. Take my hand. Take me forward. Take me to your dreamland. Caution me to watch my step. so I can't look back at my footprints. Climb the stairs ahead of me while I look up to you. The more I look forward, the more I look up, the more I can lend to you. If you can trust me to follow your pace, I trust you to set it. If you can trust me to lend you a smile, I'll trust you to return it. Take my hand, take me forward, take me to your dreamland. Thank you. Hey, this is really good. You wrote this, Sayori?
Of course. Wait. Wait, no, that's the wrong side of the paper!
Huh?
I wasn't ready to show that yet, I'm so embarrassed!
Monica flips over the paper. Written on the other side is a list of ideas for recruiting new club members. Oh! So this is what you wanted to show me. But I'm curious now. Do you write poetry often?
I do, but... I'm sure I'm not anywhere near as good as you are.
Really? I'm actually terrible at writing poetry. I've never written anything I was happy with. Like, I always read it again a week after I write it and I'm like, wow, this is so stupid. I don't know. It's like the dramatic version of me doesn't agree with the person I want myself to be or something like that.
Aww. You should have more confidence in yourself. You're the literature club president after all.
I guess you're not wrong there. I need to, like, set a good example or whatever.
That's what a leader does, you know.
You know, I can envision the club doing something like that.
Doing what?
You know, like sharing poems we write and stuff like that. It'll be a whole gameplay mechanic. It'll be awesome. But
yeah!
But if you want to write
yeah!
But if you want to write it for a specific person, sometimes the words for that person won't pop up. So like if you're going for the perfect poem achievement, it's really annoying. Yes, that's the perfect world.
That's the perfect world.
I would love that! It's such a good way to learn about other people, you know.
Are you wrecking shit?
It's like we have so many...
We got an achievement for her wrecking shit.
No, that's Kevin playing Sonic Adventure 2.
Is that Kevin?
Yeah.
Kevin?
It's like we have so many emotions that we can't express to other people usually, but when you can, it's in a poem, right?
Yeah. I think that's helping me form a more cohesive vision for the club. So I'm glad you showed me. Well, even though it was by accident.
Me too. I felt embarrassed at first, but now it feels kind of good that someone else has read it. I'll try and show you more of them in the future.
I'm so sorry. I've been holding that in all day. Oh god, it won't stop.
It just keeps coming.
Who's writing this in my dialogue? I mean,
Belches aggressively.
I love that. Oh jeez, I'm getting distracted. Do you want to go over this recruitment brainstorm together?
My brain stormed so hard. It was like a brain hurricane. My brain is a natural disaster.
Sayori, that's terrible. Horrible pun. Anyway, let's take a look at the list. Make cupcakes.
What?
I was hungry. Well, it's a good idea, right? Isn't it? Isn't it?
Let me think about this. I mean, when would we have the chance to give people cupcakes?
You know, when they like to come to the club. What if we said we had free cupcakes on the flyers?
I'm like kinda worried that would bring in the wrong kinds of people, you know?
Wrong cons?
People would come just for the cupcakes and leave.
Oh, nobody would do that. That would be totally mean. Wink, wink.
You know, I want to find people who are really into literature, even if they don't know it yet. Let's see, the next thing on the list, hunt for people reading books. I don't think I get it.
Wait, what's not to get?
Yeah, like what?
Like going around the school finding people who are reading books, you know?
Like kill them.
Yeah, we hunt them down.
Yeah, we kill them.
Like in the morning during lunch.
Because they might start a literature club, and like we can't have that.
And then we'll tell them about the literature club that's official and not indie.
Well, the problem is that it's like, wouldn't most people reading books just be doing it for an assignment or something? How would we even know if they're just reading for fun?
By asking them. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, we could ask them, like normal people. Are you a normal person, Monica? But then we'd be bothering people who are trying to do the schoolwork. I didn't think about that part. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. You're coming up with a lot more things than I can. Oh, your next idea is to hand out flyers rather than just put them up on the wall. I definitely like to start doing that.
I feel like if you were handing out flyers, it would definitely be a bit more
Like effective because
it's not just like you get like a certain impression when you just find something on the wall because like you don't know if someone's like legitimately behind it.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're getting it in person, it's like, oh, I can ask them about what they know about what they're giving me or selling me.
Or even also like now there's a person attached to it, so it's like, oh, like I might like this person, so like. That and also Monica seems to have like a good like reputation at the school because she's like pretty straight A student, you know, shit. I never said you weren't. I just need to think. What would we tell people when handing them out? I don't want to just be like, join the literature club. Let's figure out how we can better engage people. We're gonna start a YouTube channel.
Do a YouTube.
What if you told them about the club activities and stuff?
Free orgies. What club activities?
Live stream book reading.
Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be my job to come up with that, huh? A vision for the club. Okay, Sayori, pretend you're a normal person for a second.
Wow.
Wait, I didn't mean it like that. You know, like...
Sayori will remember that.
You know, like a random passerby who's getting a flyer. How would you react to the idea of a literature club?
Her scene shows up and on the top right it says, Sayori remembered that.
Probably like, literature is stupid. I've joined the anime club.
Oh, wow, way to int Bisky.
You can't hate on something that doesn't exist.
Fair enough. What the heck?
Sorry, I was just thinking of a
Friend of mine.
So Bisky does exist. Okay, what if I said that we, like, do group reading and discuss it together?
I would probably not do that.
That's you, Sayori.
Yeah, but that doesn't really sound fun to most people anyway. We need to really catch their interest, you know?
This sucks. Why is this so hard?
Because you chose literature as your medium.
But I love...
Monica, don't be sad. Only I'm allowed to be sad.
I'm the sad uncle
type.
What do you like about literature, Sayori?
Me? Well, kind of what I said about the poem earlier. I think it gives you a chance to express yourself. Like, express yourself in ways you can't normally do when you're doing your normal day stuff and talking to your friends. I mean, we all have so many thoughts and feelings that we just don't get to show, you know?
Mimi's like totally vibing here.
She vibing?
Yeah, she's vibing.
She vibing.
It's like... intimate.
Yeah. How do we get that across to people? We could be like, express your true self.
Be intimate with us.
Okay. Okay, that's kinda...
Understood.
Mimi, do you have something to say? Do you have something to say?
Go take care of mommy, she's dying.
Oh my gosh!
What? What is it?
I forgot all the things in my room. I must have gotten too excited and rushed her. Silly me.
Rushed? But weren't... Yeah, never mind. Did you want to get your stuff then?
I'll forget if I don't do it now.
Well, I'll wait for you then.
Okay, it'll only take a second.
Sayori dashes out of the room, leaving Monica momentarily alone. Monica sighs and starts jotting her thoughts on a sheet of paper. Express yourself.
Express yourself.
Be who you wanna be.
I don't remember how the song goes.
Yeah, I don't know either. Be who you wanna be. Make new friends. Discover a new you. Discover your heart. No.
Steal your heart? No.
Write your heart out. No. Write into your heart? right the way into your heart. Join the literature club. Bite into your heart.
Bite me?
Bite me? Join the literature club. Right the way into your heart. Wow, that's lame.
Monica!
You startled me!
Sorry, but it's something important. On the way to my classroom, there was this girl reading a book.
Reading a book?
Reading a book! Let's hurry and recruit her.
And it's also really weird. Her name is the second half of my name. Wait, are you sure she's not just doing homework?
I could tell she was really into it.
Well, I guess we could take a look.
Watch she throw us for a loop in Saxonowski.
Oh shit. Monica grabs one of her flyers and stands up from her desk. Then the two depart the classroom with Sayori leading the way.
This way!
You don't have to run. Sayori leads Monica over to a particular classroom, then lowers her voice to a whisper.
See? In here.
Monica peers through the windows. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone, intently reading a book. I feel like a creep doing this.
You should go inside and talk. Girls can't do anything, baby. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's not even possible.
Me?
Me?
You! You're the president, and I think I will probably scare a world.
Okay, fine. I'll do it. Monica takes a deep breath, then timidly enters the classroom.
That was fast.
She said no. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed.
Why? What happened?
Well, I entered the classroom and she didn't even look up from her book. So I kind of just left the flyer on her desk and then walked out.
That wasn't me. That wasn't even me trying to do it. That's kind of cute. But I'm so sad and want to join the club.
I hope so. Shall we head back now? The two head back to the classroom, Sayori feeling rather accomplished, and Monica still feeling a bit embarrassed by the encounter. Upon returning, Monica and Sayori resume their strategy meeting. They discuss various different kinds of recruitment tactics, from professional to silly. After going through Sayori's list, and with Monica coming up with the ideas of her own, the two end in a better spot than from where they began. Well, I would say today was pretty productive, wasn't it?
Yeah! I think we're starting to make progress. Let's try to get some new numbers. Hey, what's this?
Sayori peers at the sheet of paper Monica was jotting on earlier. Oh, don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself.
Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart. That's so cute!
I thought it was a little overdramatic.
But,
Sayori pauses and thinks for a moment.
you know, I don't think you give yourself enough credit.
What? What do you mean?
Like, I don't know, I feel like you can tell from talking to you today. But it seems like you're afraid of doing something wrong.
Yeah, but...
Would you call yourself a perfectionist? The report card says so.
Yeah, I definitely am. I mean, I always have an idea in my head of how I want things to go, and it's like, I can't accept anything less than that. But I think in the end, it helps me try my hardest at everything, so I don't think it's that bad. Like with this club, we have such an opportunity to make it into exactly how we envision it. But it feels like we only have one shot at it. So I'm just really afraid of it deviating from that. The vision.
What's the vision?
It's... Monica pauses to think, then shakes her head to herself. She sighs. I don't know. I just want everyone to... Monica trails off. Smiling, Sayori taps her fingers against the sheet of paper.
Write the way into your heart? I think that's what you're trying to do. And it's to make the club that you need the most out of everyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, of course. But I'm here to help you.
Monica returns Sayori's smile. It's sort of amazing how kind you are. We're really gonna make this the best club ever. Sayori nods and the two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought. The only sound is the steady whisper of the air conditioner, and the only movement is the afternoon sunlight trickling its way in and out of the moving clouds. Sayori breaks the moment with a big yawn. Time to go home?
You tell me, you're the president.
Oh, it's contagious, Sayori. Yeah. In that case, today's meeting is officially over.
It's funny because that was fake.
Mine was real.
You
I look forward to
weren't even
tomorrow.
looking at me. Me too!
Sayori beams and grabs her things. You can go on ahead. I need a few minutes still.
Oh, I can wait.
That's alright, I just want some alone time.
In that case.
Sayori waves enthusiastically at Monica.
Good luck!
Monica smiles and waves in return as Sayori spins her way out of the club room. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out. She wasn't prepared for the self-reflection encouraged by Sayori, but she decides it was something she probably needed right about now. The club that I need most? I don't get it. I just wanted to start a club with more passion. Something that I could use to help people lead to happiness. Literature is the key to that, because it's the window to the real person inside of us. Underneath the person who's forced to always smile and blend in, the person who's forced to be perfect. Monica suddenly notices a folder on the floor by her desk. Did Sayori leave this behind? I hope it doesn't have her homework in it. Worried, Monica opens the folder to check. Poems. It's a folder of poems. Become the flower. A feeling of joy is a flower plucked from the ground. The color, the scent, it's so pretty in my hair. Every day I pluck some flowers, as though they grew just for me. A lifetime of peace and nourishment, yanked away in an instant. All for me, all for joy. I need more. I need more joy. I need more happy. Pluck, pluck, pluck every day. Pluck, 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 so pretty in my hair. Pluck, 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 you're going to die and you too. Beneath my feet a flower stands alone. It beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots. Caressing this final joyous moment between my fingers, but to what ends? I look in every direction, in the field I stand in. The prosperous field is a barren wasteland, the fruits of my labor, the carnage of my joy, and that is why I've decided I must become the flower.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's rough.
What the? Wait. Sayori? Mimi?
Mimiga?
Oh, that was it. That was the first half? Or is that both halves? I guess we'll find out when we get to the second one.
Yeah.
Another day passes in a flash, and it's already time for the next club meeting. Although Monica should have come up with a plan for today's club tasks, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem. I'm so stupid. How did I let myself be the center of attention? Sayori is going through these kinds of feelings and I'm letting her comfort me instead of the other way around. What kind of club president does that? Oh god. Hiccups.
Did it hit you? That
Oh god. Mimi, give me some water.
you water from the humidifier.
This whole time, I didn't think to ask about her own feelings. So much for the stupid vision. Sayori enters the classroom with her usual smile, but upon seeing the downcast Monica, her smile quickly fades into an expression of concern. God bless you.
He really likes Mr. Skelly.
She is a fan of Mr. Skelly.
Is everything okay?
I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend.
Huh? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend.
Good luck, Mimi. Monica shakes her head. I made this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. You told me that I'm trying to make the club that I need the most, right? But my problems are so trivial compared to yours. Sayori responds quietly.
What are you talking about?
But as she says that, her face darkens. Through the silence, Sayori mutters her realization.
I lost my folder here.
Monica stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response.
I wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worrying about me. I don't want that.
But why? we're friends, right? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Friends look out for each other. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me. Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy. Monika gently pushes open the door.
This is different.
Gently opens the door.
It wasn't just about you yesterday. It was about the club. Besides, things were so happy yesterday. You don't need to do this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy. So, if you do this, then you're just being selfish.
Monika massages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. It's understandable that Sayori isn't ready to share certain things.
I guess I can understand that.
But as unfair as it is for Monika to pry, it's also painful for Monika to force herself to ignore the needs of her friend. I'm sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy.
No, I don't blame you for looking. You would have at least tried to check if it was mine.
Yeah. Monika takes a deep breath. Okay. I understand that you don't want me to worry, and I think I'll be able to put this aside so that we can move on. But, can you promise me something?
Promise you what?
If a boy comes up that we both like, can you just, hang yourself for me? Just do me that solid?
Just do me a solid.
Monika pauses to collect her thoughts.
You don't value your life already, I mean.
This is the Literature Club. It's a place where people can express themselves in ways that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. In fact, it's our vision. Right the way into your heart, or whatever. So, I just want you to promise me that you'll remember that too. It doesn't have to be right now, but I want to be here for you when you need it. I want us to be ourselves like that. Sayori smiles gently.
I'll promise if you promise.
Unable to help it, Monika returns Sayori's smile.
I promise.
I promise.
Me too.
You didn't say I promise, though.
You didn't pinky swear, though.
You didn't pinky swear.
As the conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. With that behind them, it's time to proceed with the club activities. So, want to teach me about poetry?
Huh? But what about recruitment?
It's fine, we have plenty of time for that. But right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know?
The fucking teacher comes in and he's just like, you need to have at least 4 members.
You need to have at least 4 members and an advisor.
And an advice.
There's no way I can say no to that. I just don't expect much. I do a lot of running, but it's not like I'm a scholar or anything.
It's fine. I think I just need, some motivation. I never know where to start when it comes to writing poems.
Studying isn't so hard. You just kind of need to write down your feelings and see where it takes you.
Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good.
It's not supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one.
Did I do?
you can just start by writing your feelings and see what kind of things it makes you think of. And then you can turn your feelings into a story.
Done.
You can get your feelings down first and then make it sound pretty later. It's not like building a...
It's not like building a railroad. But where you go from one end to the other.
It's more like a college.
Collage.
It's more like a collage, where you find all the things you want to put in, and then you arrange them in a pretty way. At least that's how I do it. It's not like it's the only way. But it's a really good way to start right at the beginning.
I understand. Yeah, I always get so caught up in how it sounds that I forget about what's actually important.
Well, it's not Jackie Chan.
Monika pulls out a pen and paper to start writing on. Stop being a perfectionist, you idiot. I'm just kidding.
But are you, though?
Monika scribbles out, you idiot, after she writes it down.
No, keep it!
What? Why? Are you calling me an idiot?
Of course not, you are!
You called yourself an idiot, asshole.
But the point is that you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want.
But I was just... Well, yeah. Underneath the scribble, Monica rewrites, "You idiot." She stares at the paper. Her words stare back at her. It's kind of funny how I wrote down what I'm mad at myself for, and then did that exact thing anyway. This is really gonna take some getting used to.
I believe in you.
Thanks. I do too. Me, I mean.
I don't believe in you.
I don't believe in you.
Okay, good.
But also you, of course. I said that just because of the pleasantry, not because I actually do. Monica continues to the exercise, jotting down her thoughts. It's surprisingly quite a struggle to write without overthinking it. But after a while, with Sayori's guidance and encouragement, Monica's sheet of paper begins to look fairly lively, peppered with all of her random thoughts. Whew! Monica looks up and down at her sheet. Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it. But it's also kind of liberating.
I can tell how hard you're trying. It makes me happy. Now keep giving me those dopamines. This will be good at writing poems.
Serotonin.
The drugs!
Don't give me too much credit. I'd have to try really, really hard at it. But I think it's something that I'll enjoy doing.
I'm getting so many things covering my eye. It's not. It's like not even tears too. Like
It's like eyelashes.
it's like eyelashes and goop getting in the way. Apparently, I just haven't been blinking hard enough.
With you. Sayori beams. I'll stop here, but we still have time. Let's try to work on a new flyer for the club. I won't be so picky about the language.
Whoa! Let's do it!
Monica and Sayori proceed with their words. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. Not simply from their recruitment planning, but from their vision as well. Whew. As their bond strengthens, so does the essence of the literature club. Finally, they begin to truly feel it's only a matter of time before they find more members. Another day passes. As usual, Monica is the first one to the club room. With her is a printout of the revised literature club flyer, complete with all the new ideas Monica and Sayori came up with.
I thought it was done right there.
Me too. I thought that was it. If only this was the flyer we gave to that one reading girl the other day. It's so much more attractive than the old one. She's behind the TV, by the way. Okay. But the new catchphrase is featured clearly in the center of the flyer. I think she's playing with something. No, I think she was... Write the way into your heart. Surely common sense would say that one writes from the heart, not into the soul, into the heart. But the message being delivered is one that can use writing to discover themselves. Hopefully, Monica and Sayori had thought that it would be enough to garner some curiosity from the students.
Wait, what?
What?
Why did it change perspective there?
What do you mean?
I thought. Oh no. Okay, it's been third person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do I feel so tense looking at this? Monica thinks back to the previous meeting when she performed the writing exercise. Was I always this bad at expressing myself? How am I supposed to be president if I can't even demonstrate what the club is supposed to be about? The literature club is truly beginning to take form. But with that, the weight on Monica's shoulders only becomes heavier. Debate club was always about rigid structure, formulating airtight points and counterpoints and delivering them with conviction. It was about the person on the outside. That's why Monica was good at it. It existed entirely within her realm of comfort. It's suffocating. I need to break through this mental wall. This fourth wall to be... I need to learn to express myself for real.
In the fourth dimension.
Whoa. You gotta think fourth dimensionally about this. Monica pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs her pen. She presses the tip of the pen firmly against the paper. But her hand doesn't move. Instead, a tiny blot of ink collects around the tip of her pen. Monica lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason, she feels compelled to run her finger across it. As she does so, the black ink smears across the paper, ruining Monica's canvas. Ugh. Out of spite for herself, Monica presses her pen down once again, letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper. Come on, Monica. Just move your hand! Monica writes. This is what I get for seeking perfection. A stain.
That's a good start.
Yeah, that's an amazing
That's actually
start.
a really good start.
Monica slides the paper away from her and puts her head down on the desk. The air conditioner seems louder today.
I'm here!
Hi. Monica hears Sayori approach her desk, then stop for a second, probably reading the piece of paper. Then she sits down in the adjacent desk.
Bad day.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
You too?
The new flower looks so good. You've been working so hard. On the club, but also something else, I think.
I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's so hard to just be vulnerable. Sayori takes the sheet of paper from Monica's desk. She writes something down and stares at it for a while.
Can I trust you?
Of course. You can trust me with anything. Sayori gazes at Monica with sadness in her eyes. Understanding the signal, Monica takes the paper from Sayori's desk and reads it. Yikes. Sometimes I want to die. Sayori.
This is really, really hard for me.
Her voice shakes.
So if I can do it, then you can too. Because you look a million times better than me.
Singing High School Musical over there. That's completely not true. Oh, good job, Mimi. Sayori takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself.
That's something about me that I've never told anyone before. Even now my head is like screaming to me to stop.
Wait.
Oh, that was your mouse. I thought like there was something going on with her pee and stop.
Oh.
Her pee?
What?
Her penis.
Oh god, her pee.
Peeing?
Who's peeing? Yuri. Wait!
Yuri, urine?
That makes so much sense now.
Me.
Wait!
Me.
You don't have to force yourself. I mean, just because of the promise yesterday.
I want to. It just feels right. I mean, maybe it's the part of the reason I came to the club in the first place.
Mimi. I love you. Get off my headphones.
This is the literature club. I trust you more than I'm scared.
At those words, Monica stands up. Sayori must have taken days to work up the courage for this. Were Monica's own futile but genuine efforts actually the push that Sayori needed? Sayori's deliberate breaths can be heard over the air conditioner. As she prepares herself to continue, Monica waits in gentle silence.
I have this problem where I get really upset when people worry too much about me. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you can just be happy instead? So I never tell anyone about these kinds of thoughts that I have. It's so much easier to just smile and help everyone else be happy.
But that's
Sorry.
terrible. No, that's what it said.
Oh, you're nervous.
That's what Monica wants to say, but she stops herself in fear of saying the wrong thing.
It's just that if everyone knew about it, they wouldn't treat me the same anymore. As whenever I'm not smiling, everyone will just worry about me not knowing what's wrong. I know that because I used to be like that.
Sayori pauses, seeming to recall something in the past.
I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important thing to me. And letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness to anyone.
Sayori pauses again. Her solemn expression makes her look almost like an entirely different person. Oh, she's watching.
She's
like, oh
vibing.
shit, this is getting good.
She's in her little box, and she's just like,
Yeah?
How did you find it towards the Oh, that's you.
How did you find the courage to tell me this? You're not worried that I'll be one of those people too?
I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this. But another part of me, just felt like it would be different this time.
So I'm going to put that pressure on you.
Whenever we talk about the club, whenever we talk about what the club is supposed to mean, I kept feeling like that was the right thing for me to do. Especially after you've been trying so hard to express yourself too. It just makes me feel like I could say it in confidence, and our friendship doesn't have to change. It's so silly. The club is only 2 people, but it always means this much to me.
Monica feels a tightening sensation in her heart, a feeling of connection as Sayori's emotions radiate between them.
Oh, damn. She's getting thirsty.
Me too. I was so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, Sayori. You're so strong and brave, I don't even compare. Monica steps forward. But if nothing else, I can at least offer you some hug energy, if you'd like. Wordlessly, and without a smile, Sayori rests her forehead on Monica's shoulder. Through their contact, Monica can almost feel the torrent of thoughts swimming in Sayori's head. And in this moment, enchanted by the air of the club, Monica realizes that all of the days that have passed, this is the one where she really, really hopes that nobody new walks through the door. She speaks softly. You're like the sweetest girl I've ever met. You can say anything. I'll never judge you. I promise.
I feel like shit using this stupid voice.
Sayori's breath begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, trying as hard as she can to start speaking, to say the things she never once dared to say out loud. Finally, she speaks in a choked voice. I'll say.
I'm so worthless. Sorry, that was my depression finally coming out. I'm so worthless, and everyone would be better off without me.
She suppresses a sob as a tear falls down her cheek.
I'm just an inconvenience to everyone. I'm not good at anything. It feels like everyone just has to put up with me. I hate it. I hate it.
The more Sayori speaks, the more she fails to control her voice, falling victim to the overwhelming sadness clutching at her throat and chest.
I don't want to have these thoughts. I want them to go away. And now I'm making you put up with me, and I just want to die.
As soon as Sayori loses her composure, Monica becomes determined to keep her own. She only wants to be what Sayori needs right now, so she won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes through as soft and gentle. This isn't putting up with you. It's just being your friend. Monica offers a few words of comfort, but she knows, Sayori said it herself, that the thoughts Sayori experiences are ones that don't belong. And Monica can't magically make them go away. No. The most she can do is help Sayori battle them, like any good friend would do. You have so much value. To me, and your other friends too. This club wouldn't have been the same without you. I really, really mean that. You coming here was the best thing that could have happened. Even if we never got any other members, I would still be happy. That's what brought you here. Or that's what you brought here. You brought us a vision, and you also brought happiness. And that's your favorite thing to do, right? Sayori doesn't respond, but Monica feels her gently nod. No more words are needed between them.
The talk no jutsu was a success.
The two share their embrace for a while longer, Monica letting Sayori take as much time as she needs. Once her breathing steadies and her sniffles fully cease, Sayori lifts her head and wipes her eyes.
I guess I needed that. Some
I
days
see her voice has changed again.
Yes. Some days are harder than others.
Well, I'm here whenever you need me. But any other time, I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are. It's what makes you happy.
Thanks. You're the best.
No, you are.
You're the best,
No,
bud.
you are the best. The two exchange smiles. You know, I'm sorry to bring this up all of a sudden, but have you considered talking to a professional? Sayori nods.
It's scary. Since it's already hard to tell people.
Yeah. I love how the inflection you put on that made it sound like therapists weren't people.
Yeah.
You're like, it's already hard to tell people. I have to tell a therapist? Well, of course, it will always be your choice, but if you're ever looking to find the courage for it, I can do my best to help you.
Thanks. I think it helps knowing that you would.
Sayori suddenly yawns and stretches.
Well, that made me tired. And hungry.
Well, I won't make you do any work today if you're not up for it.
No, I want to. I mean, I can say that it's definitely one thing that makes me happy.
Monica smiles.
But I might want to get a snack first.
All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes the two of them to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside.
That was so beautiful!
A face that seems familiar. Oh, gee, I wonder who it can be.
My mom.
It is your mom. Mail! We got mail!
Oh, shit.
What is this?
A boy who's male.
Alright,
From I've
I've
Laster to Untitled Mail Group do not use. Have a nice weekend. I'm on leave the rest of the week. Contact Ravi if you need to schedule server time, but I expect my jobs to run for a few days since we've collected so much data this week. How about we arrange a meeting to discuss the results when I return? Okay. Reavort side stories. Thank you to everyone who worked so hard on the control simulation. I can't imagine how tedious it must have been to delicately hide Monica's elevated permissions from her without disrupting our connection to the virtual machine. Just to clarify, all of the recordings labeled side stories are part of the control simulation, right? I'm noticing some details of the characters' lives here and there that differ a bit from those in VM1. Even trivial ones. Is it part of the butterfly effect from some of Monica's more fundamental changes, or is it a result of her just messing around with the other characters in VM1 as her own experiment or for fun? So if I'm keeping track, we have, 5 different universes in total, with 3 or 4 of them created and then destroyed by Monica, of course. It's funny because I keep wanting to speculate on which one is the real universe, but in reality, they all are. As real as ours is, anyway.
This kind of reminds me of, so I guess, these are supposed to be, simulations to run for Monica to have a better understanding of shit.
Yeah.
So that kind of reminds me of this whole thing that happens in Mass Effect where they kind of argue about the differences between synthetics and organics, and that organics seek perfection through consistency while machines seek perfection through understanding. Mm-hmm. Because they can do things so consistently because they're so logical and they're so consistent in the shit that they do. They can always get things perfectly correct in terms of math and shit. But as far as understanding people and their emotions, that's something that you're trying to harness, that they're trying to get a grasp of. And that's just what it feels like here. Is that it seems that Monica, being an AI, is trying to not be perfect and is trying to find emotion within herself. And I guess that's what the side story is. Or at least this side's... Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, we got more stuff.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought that this was... So, when you keep it at this... When you don't look at the pictures here, when you go back and, look at the rest of them in the...
Wait, what is this? Oh, another special events one.
Oh, this is a new one?
Yeah, this is new. There was once a ladybug. It was so small, it took a really long time to crawl from here to there. It was very tiring to fly for too long. Nobody squishes ladybugs because they're cute. Does that make them better than other bugs? Do ladybugs know they're cute? I think they're too preoccupied with bug things. And so, the ladybug crawled around and did bug things. This story wasn't really going anywhere, but I know you don't mind. I hope you think it's nice for being there anyway. Like ladybugs, like this ladybug, the one who clings like a doof onto your sleeve because it knows you won't squash it. If it doesn't bug you, will you stay a while? Anyway, what were you saying? With
no, when you looked at all those letters, it looked like it all made its own picture. That's because
I get what you
my
mean.
brain is dumb.
We got this picture too now. Anything else?
Is she chilling?
In her box.
She's vibing.
Another version of the classroom. And that's it so far. Okay.